When you react to a situation or challenge that you perceive as stressful, the body moves into what we call a state of fight or flight. And this state in the body is reflective of what's going on in the mind, because the body reflects exactly what's going on in your mind. So if you perceive yourself as not being able to cope with a challenge or a situation in front of you, the fight or flight reaction will be triggered regardless of the size of the challenge in front of you. So while it's great to take physical steps like the exercise, the breathing, the meditation to calm the body down, ultimately, unless the story going on in your head, which is driving the stress and driving the overwhelm, is addressed, then the symptoms will continue to come back. So what do I mean about this story? Well, it's the I'm not good enough. I'll never be able to. My answers to the questions I could be asked in that meeting will never be good enough. The I'm not good enough. What happens then is that you spend all of these unnecessary hours perfecting something for fear of what others may think, for fear of judgment or failure. And all of that rumination, which is going round and round in your head, keeping you awake at night, driving your stress levels through the roof, is negatively impacting on your ability to perform, as well as on your health and well-being. So if these stories are beginning to sound familiar to you, you are not alone. I have yet to have a client in my coaching practice that didn't have an active inner critic in one area of life or another. So what exactly can you do about it? Well, since what you resist persists, it's probably time to address it. And as the thoughts come into your head, a good idea is to write them down, call them out, look at how ridiculous they sound, and ask yourself, would you ever think of speaking to anybody else like this? If not, well, why do you speak to yourself like this? And this is where coaching can help, because it provides you with confidential space to unload all of these thoughts, to unload the stories, and to address them and put them to rest. Many of these thoughts and stories probably have been simmering in your head for years, coming from deep-rooted insecurities that you have been carrying around with you. Ask yourself, what would my life be like if I had the tools to control that inner critic? Because let's face it, it always seems to get to top volume at the most inopportune times. If this is resonating with you and you would like a chat to discuss how coaching could help you, why not click on the link below and book yourself in for a 20-minute complimentary call. Thanks for listening.